Happy Fashion Friday, fashionistas. Welcome to Project Runway AFTERBUZZ, and we're going to find out what two models do.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hi, Project Runway fans. We have a really exciting recap for you today of Project Runway Season 15, Episode 2, Just Fabulous. And we have some fabulous guests in the studio today. Maria Granberg and Brianna Barnes of Two Models Do! Hi! And as always, with me we have...
Michelle Uberreste.
And...
Dan Babic. So you can find me on the Instagram at Dan Babic, and then find me on Twitter at Dan Babic with an underscore.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're just excited to start the show. This was a cool episode. I thought it was really interesting how they introduced the challenge. What did you think?
Well, I felt very impressed with the fact that they were trying to incorporate every body type.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I thought that was just fabulous because it's just, you know, everybody always, oh, well, only you could wear that.
Yeah.
Nah. But when in fact, often I find because I'm rather tall, I can't wear everything. And then I end up looking like I've put on like... Gosh, like a child's...
Like the pants are in the...
Yeah,
and
and
right.
like, hi, I'm Gilligan. Not that there's anything wrong with Gilligan.
No.
Yeah.
What did you think, Maria?
No, I liked it a lot. As you said, you know, like makeup, clothes that fits everyone. I mean, it's hard to like make him fit everyone.
Yeah. Well, there is no such thing as the perfect outfit for every single body type out there, but they really tried to make it work for everyone. Well, Tim Gunn brings all of the designers out to this beautiful park. It's like on a pier overlooking the water. And he tells the designers that they're going to design a look to fit any body type for any woman for JustFab.com. And Tracy Inglis is the chief marketing officer of JustFab. And she tells the designers about what their customer wants, which I think is really good. And it was very visually interesting to have these, like, 100 different women walk out.
Yes.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, are they designing for a whole group of women?
I was hoping they were going to get to pick who their model was going to be out of all these everyday
Yes.
women. Because this is like the Everyday Women Challenge, and they usually have to actually fit it to not a model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was hoping, and then it was kind of, and then what happened?
I know. I was disappointed because I think it's just fabulous that we're all different. We all have different, you know, body shapes and all of that. But it got me thinking of one of my favourite designers of all time, Diane von Furstenberg.
Yeah.
The wrap dress. I instantly thought of that because that's something that every woman can wear.
It's a true story, and nobody touched upon that at all, which I was very surprised as well.
But you know what's so annoying? Because I actually bought my mum a wrap dress, because with the 50 years of the wrap dress, I bought her one. But she won't wear it because she reckons that like they push her tits up too much. I was like, no, that's what they're supposed to do. But she's only worn it once. It's like, every woman can wear it. That's what they're supposed to do. It's supposed to push them up and
Say
suck it all in.
bonjour. But you could also, she could have worn like a scarf, so she wanted to be a little more modest.
Yeah.
She could have done that, you know, it's, you
Or
wear
a
the
camisole.
scarf to church, camisole, and then you go out to cocktails.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting that no one mentioned the wrap dress, because I think that's just fabulous, and I think that's something that every woman can pretty much wear.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. There were some designers that I felt should have had a better handle on this challenge.
Yes.
Especially
Most of them.
Linda.
Yeah.
Working mom.
And especially at the beginning, right? When she described it, she was like, what was it, an urban kimono? I was like, this is going to be so chic. I'm so excited for her. And then I was like,
I think she just picked the wrong fabric.
Yes.
You know, I think if she picked another fabric, it might have been a little better.
Even the
I mean,
silhouette, though. Like,
could have
ask
been-
Linda, would you wear this?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think she would.
I mean,
you're right.
Yeah.
when you see Linda walking around, she looks cool.
She does look cool.
She should have just put her model in something that she would wear herself
Exactly.
instead of this weird knit.
I think she was overthinking.
Yeah. And the
Too much in her head.
cutouts.
and you just never know with knit. It grows and grows and grows. Like, actually, I'm wearing a knit today in honor of you. and it grows. It does. And you can't hang it on a hanger. You have to store it properly. It's like, even after it's all said and done, when a large, label like Cynthia Steffi, which is my dress, does it, you have to go through so many different details to make sure that the garment isn't going to stretch and become some weird bag, which I think is what happened to her.
It was a bag of tricks that nobody wanted to play with.
No.
I think it depends on the fit though too, because the dress you have is a little A-line. It's not tight. It's not going to stretch out in the wrong places. So it works. Like, as a designer, you should be able to know what the fabric's lending itself to.
Yeah. It also must be mentioned that the winning look will be reproduced and sold on justfab.com. The designers have a budget of $150 at Mood, and it's a one-day challenge.
Yeah.
We have mixed emotions about one-day challenges, but the designers managed to really handle it well.
What do you think, Michelle? Because obviously I always say we should be able to do it in one day. You're on Project Runway. You're supposed to be an expert. No, I'm not a designer.
Yes.
So is that possible to do that?
It's a lot more work than you think, because you have to start from your concept and you have to really take the time to think about what you're doing, sketch it out, and then you have to pattern, then you have to shop, then you have to cut, then you actually have to construct it, which if you're trying to make something special, it takes a lot of time. Like a day is not really enough. But for this challenge, we're making pretty basic commercial stuff, and the stuff I felt like on the runway was pretty boring, and I've seen it before at Target every time I walked in there.
Okay.
So I feel like
Target.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just,
Which there's nothing wrong with Target.
No.
Target.
Target.
But you're
Fast
on
fashion.
a worldwide, television show showcasing your designs. Even if you're doing commercial, you should be doing something that's going to be interesting and memorable,
Well, speaking on the process, I noticed in the workroom, one of the designers said, I haven't cut the fashion fabric yet. And they were still working on the muslin.
Yes.
And so I know that we work in fashion, so we know how that works. But can you explain to the people out there a little bit more what that means?
Okay, let me see how quick I can do this.
Yes.
Fashion School with Michelle Uberreste.
There's two ways you can make a pattern. You can either drape it, and that means just taking the fabric and putting it straight onto the mannequin to get the shapes that you want. This works really well with like gowns or kind of draped weird shapes and stuff like that.
That's what Victoria Beckham does?
Right.
Yes.
And a lot of designers do both. Or you can do flat patterns. So if you really know how to make a jacket and you know the fit, you pretty much can just work off the dimensions and do that. But in the workroom, it's much faster to do the draping. So you'll have muslin, which is basically like a substitute cheap fabric. It's like $1 to a yard. So you're not screwing up your pretty stuff you bought at Mood. And so, I mean, personally, I was just using my fashion fabric to drape with because it's cutting out a step. But it depends on how confident you are with it. So
okay. Yeah, I just thought that was an interesting point that they made on the show because I think a lot of people are like, wait, what? Fashion fabric?
Your fabric's going to be probably a lot more expensive. You don't want to...
That's true. You don't want to cut it the wrong way and then you're
or
just
run
out of fabric.
Right.
And models that do, I wanted your opinion because I thought that most of the looks on the runway looked a bit like Lisa Rinna for QVC. I do like Lisa Rinna, but Lisa Rinna for QVC, it is a disaster. It's a sellout. Middle America loves it, but it is just a hot mess. So I wanted to know, what did you think overall of the looks on the runway?
Do you want to start off?
Well, I thought I was very impressed, like how well, I mean, not like there was 3 outfits, so I'm like, whoa, how they put it all together in such a short time, and like, what was his name again? With the big bow, I'm like, whoa,
Alex.
I was impressed. I like that outfit. I would wear it.
Good.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Dan. That some of them I was kind of like, well, I've seen that a million times.
True.
And like we have when we do shoot for catalogs or something like that, and you're just like, I'm in Groundhog Day. It's like, I don't know how you would describe that. It's like round skirt day. It's the same thing over and over.
Yes.
But there was some pieces that came down that super surprised me and were super original. How many times can I use the word super? A lot.
Supermodels.
Yeah. I think her name was Erin.
The blonde.
Yes, the blonde in the end that used the neoprene. Because I really wanted her to win because I noticed how she described the design, and it was the same. It is what she said, and it transformed into it. And I think that's one of the struggles is when you start off with an idea and make it translate actually into what you want it to be. And I think she did that.
Yeah,
it's very smart. Well, speaking of the design, why don't we just get to the runway?
Yes, I love it.
All right, let's go to our runway rundown.
Woo.
Let's start off with Lawrence. She actually is a model turned designer, so I've been rooting for her. She has a cool jumpsuit coming down the runway that I think you can tell that a lot of women will want to wear. It's military inspired. It's that army green, and it's one piece, so easy to wear. So let's see. We're going to go around, and everyone's going to give it like a scale of 1 to 10 and your thoughts about it. So why don't you start us off, Michelle?
I love this, but I love like muted colors and kind of like military utilitarian stuff. I would wear this like every day, so yeah. Laurence can call me and I will buy one. I gave it a 7 though because I didn't find it particularly feminine. I don't know really if it would be flattering on that many types of bodies. I guess the judges thought so, but I don't think so. Maybe if she would have had an option for a belt with it at the very least or something like that. But I thought the little tiny details were really cool, especially like the drop pockets in the back. And I think it was really modern. I gave it a 7.
Oh, I actually gave it a 7.5, so I gave it a bit more than you. I love the drop pockets, I love those little details, and I'm like, if I was a chick, I'd totally wear that. I want to wear it as a guy, I want to make it work. But I just thought, because of the challenge, I don't think every woman can wear it. You know, shorter women, jumpsuits don't look too good on, and I just think that as beautiful as it is, and modern and fresh, and as much as I like the design, I felt like she didn't really think about every single woman, and that was a challenge. So, but because I liked it so much, I did give it a 7.5.
Right on.
All right, ladies of two models, do.
Maria.
Oh, I will give it. What would I give it? I would probably give it an 8 because I really liked it. I liked it in the. Yeah. Because I liked it. Okay, so when she walked down the runway, I'm like, okay, that's cool. In the pockets, like, you know, it's tomboyish. I love that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then she turns around, and I'm like, oh, there's a little red.
Little pop of color.
Yeah, I really like that. And, I mean, it probably wouldn't fit all women. Like, I mean, but I liked it. When like nice red shoes. Didn't she have red shoes on?
She had a nude pump, but it would have worked with the red. It would have worked with the red.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I would.
Yeah, it's
8.
just fab.
An 8.
Yes. Yes. All right, Brianna.
I think I'm gonna go around 7.5 as well.
Oh, there we go.
Just because
The zipper.
the zipper, the little tab on the zipper dingle-dangled right in the special area.
Oh, you do? Yes.
And it's like, is that easy access design? Like, I don't know. I just was
How do you
like,
fix that though?
you just don't. They just wouldn't put the zipper that when they designed it or so.
I think it was like a 2-way zipper, which has
both
Good call.
It should just have like the zipper stop at
or
the
just
bottom.
like stop just a wee bit higher, just a wee bit higher. You know, maybe it would be good for the gentleman who would like to wear a jumpsuit.
Yes.
So it's a little tricky.
So when you need, when you need a pee, you can just go straight away.
Yeah. You know, stuck in traffic in the car. But I 7.5. Really liked it. Super chic and sleek. Super perfect for justfab.com because it's a young and fresh website. Mm-hmm. But as everyone's saying, good for every body type? I don't think so because even for a model, every time I try on a jumpsuit, I get hiked up.
And you get
camel toe.
But she did do a little bit of a drop crotch on this.
Yes.
I think that would help.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my boyfriend hates it when I wear really baggy things. So it just looks like...
It's just comfy.
I know. So it is comfy. When you were saying earlier, you know, the large group of women that you saw at the beginning on the waterfront, like, how are they going to design? Are they going to pick anybody, not just models, to design for? And I was just like, just do a onesie. And then she did, and she won.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Well, I liked how the model came out with the accessories. I think the styling was great. I liked that her hair was clean, her makeup was clean. You know, it could have gone in a different direction and it would have been too much. I just thought, is this something that will sell online? I'm just curious because it seems like it might be hard to do with a lot of different heights and body types, but hopefully they're going to be very detailed with the measurements and the, you know, inseam and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think when they're saying they're going to reproduce it for Just Fab, they're going to make some adjustments. They're going to put in a different kind of zipper because that's easy to change from runway to production.
And maybe a belt, as you said, because that would help, especially when you're shopping online. I mean, I'm even scared to buy shoes online. You just don't know how it's going to fit.
Right. Good point. Okay, let's move on to Rick. He kind of came out with something that in my opinion, is like a modernized Dorothy. She has a blue and white pattern, like one side's like graph paper, one side's like a stripe. it was one of those looks that it was cute, but it was kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
It came down the runway and it was like on to the next one, on to the next one. I thought it was a little junior-y for this every woman thing. I don't think a lot of women want a crop top and a mini skirt. I felt like he's designing for, an 18-year-old instead of any age. But I thought it was cute. I gave it a 6. I thought it was just kind of like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Yeah, I thought the top was really cute, and I wasn't really sure, is this separate? Because when she turned around, it looked like it was sewn together in the back, like a dress in the back and separate in the front. I don't know.
Oh, yes.
But if you're trying to design for every woman, you probably should not be showing midriff. Like, okay.
There was a lot of midriff going on this runway for all these women.
I get it if you do I get it if you do like a high waist pant and then the crop top comes down or something, but okay. Every woman, probably 85% of women, do not want to show their midriff. Like,
yeah, past the age of 27.
Yeah. Even a lot of people, they're just they feel more comfortable just not doing that.
And what are you gonna do if you eat a large meal?
Yeah, so I like the top. I think it's super cute, but I think it just looks kind of plain. I liked the pattern play, but it's not very impactful for me, and I gave it a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually gave it a 4.5. We're down. I just think the challenge, as you said, it almost sounds like a joke. Every woman a mini skirt and a midriff top. First of all, a mini skirt. Every woman is not going to wear a mini skirt. Yeah. And even if I think the average size in America is a size 14,
12 or 14.
12 or 14. So you got to think that's pretty much most women are 12 to 14.
Yeah.
12 to 14 women don't probably usually want to show their midriff.
Also, the average height, I think, is 5'5".
Yeah.
So not going to work. And then I'm thinking of every woman in every setting, not just a woman that's going to a club. Yeah. This woman can't, that's why I think the wrap dress. Can this woman go out for dinner with her colleagues? Can she go to work? Where is she going? Is she going to... the grocery, she can only really go to a nightclub if she's at least a size 6.
She's gonna go on Bumble or Tinder or something like that. It's
totally. So I thought she looked a bit hoary.
Oh,
and I think it's okay if you want to look like a whore, but not every woman wants to look like a whore.
But so it's a daytime whore.
A daytime, I call it the daytime prostitute look.
Oh my God.
She'll be at Target, she just had the prostitute's just had the baby. She's trying to be a bit more of an elegant woman, so she wears this for pick up and to take the kids to Target. So 4.5.
Wow.
Okay, Maria.
Well, I loved it, obviously, didn't I? Yeah.
I will give it a 4.7.
Yeah.
It looks great on the model, it's well done, but it's just,
it didn't fit the challenge.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, you can't, this girl wants to go to the club, but not every woman wants to go to the club, just like you said.
Yeah.
So no, I don't know. 4.7.
Yeah, would you even wear that on a casting? No.
No, it's too much
It's too much on the eyes.
Yeah, but then too much on the eyes, but not really popular.
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
Yes, it's a thing. We're looking at it.
I would give it a 4. I'm gonna go down even more because I honestly didn't even remember the outfit.
Yeah.
If you don't to that extent.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I didn't have a picture of it, I might have forgotten all about talking about it at all.
Sorry, Rick. But it just you didn't play it safe because you're not safe and. You wouldn't be safe walking down the street in that. You get catcalls.
Totally.
I could see each piece working with something else altogether, though.
Yeah. I think the top is super cute.
Yeah,
it just needs to have more an A-line skirt on the bottom.
Or a high-waisted pant.
Yes. High-waisted
pant.
Yes.
All right. Next up, we have Alex with the big bow.
Yay!
Yay! Alex, this is such a cool look. It is harder to wear if you're bigger, though, because you have your midriff again. But the pants are great. They're cool. They're a good cuffed pant. And I think a lot of women enjoy that. And those box pleats were really a nice detail. And pockets. And I like how he styled his model again. I like that she had a clean look and a little bit of a wispy hair going on. She had her cute bag, and did you guys see how she came out behind the screen and held her bag out with the tassels hanging? I thought that was a good move. And I like that
she's like, model check.
Yeah, check. And I remember being on the show and coming up with things to do behind the screen before you walk around. So I'm like, yeah, you go, girl. I like the shoes. I like, because Just Fab does all of the accessories for the whole season. So they're choosing the shoes and the bag and stuff to go with the look. And I thought he was very smart to keep it all monotone, but exciting at the same time. I gave him an 8 because I thought it was just so wearable and fresh.
I thought it was super fierce, but also like really wearable and approachable. Like the pants look really polished, but they also look like they're comfortable. Yeah. And the top, the only thing I would change about this outfit is I wish the pink, he just would have made it a whole shirt. I don't know why everyone thinks like, let's make crop tops for everyday women, but plus then you would have seen like the actual pink, like a little peek of the pink underneath.
Was it pink or purple?
It was pink, but it was under like a navy chiffon, so it turned
it looked purple.
I thought it looked purple too. Interesting.
Yeah. So, and I think it could be worn by any age. Like if you're 70 and you want to be fashionable, you could wear this too.
Except for the midriff. Yeah.
What's that Instagram star? Batty Winkle? Is that?
Yeah.
She could wear it with the midriff showing.
Yeah.
But maybe you could do like a blouse, like a button down that hangs out of it or something.
Yes, like a layering.
Yes.
Yeah, it would have been. But I gave it a 9. I was really impressed.
Yeah. Ooh, yes.
Well, I gave it an 8 because I loved it. Because I'm a bow man. I love a bow. Anytime you can do a bow, I'm just like, woo, love it. Yeah. So, I mean, the only problem that I had is just with the midriff. Because I thought if it wasn't midriff, you could have someone like Jane Fonda wear it. Yeah. Or then someone like Kourtney Kardashian to wear it, to an event. So that was just the problem because then when it's got the midriff, suddenly it's got a much younger effect and you've got to have a certain type of body. So I was just shocked by that, but aside from that, I really do think it's almost perfection aside from the midriff showing. Yeah. I think it's perfect, and I think every woman wants to look like young, fierce, sophisticated, and I really can't fault it too much, but it's just that midriff, because Jane Fonda can no longer wear that, Kourtney Kardashian can, but that's my big critique, so 8.
Okay. 8. Oh, I will give it a 9. Oh wait, 9.5! I love this outfit! When it came out, I was like, I want that. I want that on a red carpet. And I love the bow. That was like, and the see-through, how do you call it? It's a see-through, like sheer. Sheer, yeah. And I just love that. The pants and like how he made a little folding.
The pleats.
The pleats. I don't even know all the terms.
She's just too excited.
I love it. Yes. But the thing is like, I don't know, if you have a little bit of a bigger chest, I don't know how the bow will look on you.
Yeah.
Good point.
But overall I loved it. Red lip.
Done.
Done and done.
By the way, ladies, if you have a red lip and a bow, like that's it. Like I'm turning straight. I love a bow and I love a red lip. So you know how to turn me on. Like red lips and a bow.
Oh my God, next week I better wear a bow.
A bow, yeah, that's all you're missing, yeah.
All right, Brianna.
8.5. I'm gonna go in between. I'll play the neutral, even. But because I did really love it when it came out, and it's chic, it's elegant, and everything. But it was a little bit formal for me. It wouldn't happen in every situation. So, yes, you could mix and match. I know you're rubbing off on me. Stop it.
Always.
Mix and match, with different pieces that you have in your closet. But at the same time, I don't know, I just found it very, very formal. So that's my negative. But the rest was great. And as I can't remember who said it, I wish that they could be a little more brave with the color that he placed underneath, because it did get washed out with the sheer fabric and you couldn't really tell which color it was. Was it pink? Was it purple? And it would be interesting, even though, yes, okay, I'm kind of contradicting myself in the sense that if you put something sparkly underneath, it would be even more fancy.
That's what Nina Garcia said.
But it would really pop out. Ooh.
Yes.
I knew. On the same page. I think a little sparkle. I love a little sparkle.
She had sparkles on her eyes.
She had sparkles on her shirt too, so she's like, I want some sparkle.
You don't need accessories if you have sparkles.
Yeah. So let's go to Jenny, which I personally picked out to be in the top 3 because she had these dropped these trousers were so cool. And I think they're fun to wear, and it almost could be like a skirt. It's that length of wow, it's like almost not even a crotch at all. And then she also did the midriff top, but the jacket was so great. I like how she had the different textures, how it was a darker pink fading to like a baby ballet pink at the bottom. The jacket for me was the thing that I knew they could sell. Like, maybe the pants are too fashion forward for some of the customers, but I mean, for me, this is the one I was like, I don't know why she's not in the top 3. This is a really cool outfit, and I think a lot of people would like to wear it. And you have the jacket, so you have the option of just closing the jacket if you don't want to show your midriff or put a different shirt. But you know, I think Tim Gunn in the beginning threw off some of the designers because he said everyday woman, but fashion. Yeah. So I think they're like, oh, but fashion. So they're like, let's show everyone's stomach. Yeah. But I think it's very chic and just cool. Like, I want to be this girl. So I give it a 9. Michelle.
I heard you swallow.
She's like,
I get it.
Okay.
And I think the jacket was cool, but I don't see any everyday woman. Like, I don't see Midwest women, like, going online and being like, yeah, I'm totally going to wear that. Like, no, it's not striking in any way. The pants are too extreme for the everyday women. The jacket is too puffy. I don't see it. It's not slimming anybody. I don't, like, who, like, some chick in Minnesota, like, goes online and, like, I'm going to wear, like, these super dramatic, like, like, no, you're going to get weird looks. It's just not, I don't think it meets the challenge at all. Like, I do think it's interesting, but it's too much. So I give it a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I actually gave it a 6 because I love the look, overall, but I think the only everyday woman this would serve is the everyday woman in Milan. Like the everyday woman in Milan QVC. If there was like just for Milan, the everyday woman in Milan would be like, oh fuck yeah, that's great. Yeah. But the everyday woman in America, like, no. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure. Like, I can already, see, like, the husband and all the kids making fun of the mum.
Right, yeah.
Like, can you imagine, like, in just your everyday, town, even just a bit outside of that, like,
she's not gonna feel fabulous.
Yeah, every day, mum's picking up the kid from school. Can you imagine, like
Mom, can you park a couple blocks away from so my friends don't see you?
Well, there's fashion that women understand, and there's fashion that men understand. And I think pants like this, women love to wear, and other women think is cool. But when a guy looks at it, he's like, oh my God, are you wearing a diaper?
Yes.
Like I have pants, they're not quite this extreme, but when my husband sees it, he like starts laughing at me, and I just end up just wearing them at home because I...
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was just my thing, every woman, and I just thought, like, she looks, the kids would say she looks a bit like Big Bird, who are you trying to be? So, yeah, I 6. I do like the overall look, but, everyday woman, QVC Milan, but that's it.
Pink Bird.
Not Lisa Renner QVC,
Okay, girls. What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah. A 6 for the challenge. I don't think everyday woman would wear it.
Yeah.
But I love the outfit.
I love
it. I was like, I got so excited when we walked out. I was like, love the pants and love the jacket and the little things. So I just... loved it. I don't know if the color would go for every skin tone either, but that's a good point. For the challenge, 7 for me personally, and 9.
Ooh. Personal life is a 9. Yes.
Getting personal. How am I gonna beat that? Gonna be vulnerable. I would say 5 because exactly what you said. Yeah. I mean, nobody. It's not prêt-à-porter. Okay. It's not ready to wear. It's beautiful. It was gorgeous. I loved it. I could see it in a Vogue editorial. I could see it, on the runway. Paris.
Cover of the Barney's catalog.
Yeah. Yes. But no one, it's not just fabulous for every single woman. And that's the only reason why. Because to your point, whenever I wear something a little more fashion forward, all the males are kind of like,
yeah, it's true.
And they look like a dog, like when the dog's listening to you.
He puts his ear up to one side.
So that kind of made me, that's what I did. I was like, why are they doing this? But it was so beautiful. So it kind of sucked because, it was beautiful for,
for like high fashion,
but for the specific challenge,
not for a date night, for sure.
Little Canadian.
So then we have Kimber. And Kimber was definitely boring me to tears with this one. Yeah. And she was so, stressed out in the workroom about that top, sewing it. And she was like, oh, I did it backwards. Kimber doesn't even matter because it was so boring. I thought it was too safe, and I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about it. Just a 5. Moving on.
I thought the pants were good because they were kind of like this wide leg, high waist, dark colored pant. I think that's good on everybody. But yeah, it was a little boring. The top doesn't make sense at all. I didn't like the lining in the pockets either because it's not really supposed to pop out like that. So it just looks kind of messy.
So that was a mistake.
And I thought the hair was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's like just like
it looked like an 80s hair catalog.
I thought it was horrible.
What was the 80s?
Color Me Bad.
Yeah, or the other one that J-Lo used to be, Fly Girl. She was a Fly Girl. Living in Color. Living in Color.
In Living Color.
In Living Color.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I gave it a 5.5 just because I think the pants like fit the challenge really well and I thought they looked good, but then the rest is like whatever.
I actually gave it a 5.5 as well, and I've got a caption for it. I think it's Everyday Woman Couture by Sears.
The softer side of Sears.
Yes, Everyday Woman Couture by Sears. Oh, yeah. And I think that sums up the look. Everyday Couture by Sears.
I just realized this look could have been saved if the pants were fitted.
Really?
If they were skinny pants.
I think it was all about the top. The top, you just throw it in the trash and start over on the top.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know about this one. Okay.
Oh, I liked the pants. I love high-waisted pants and the bell-bottom-ish type. And the pockets, I like the pockets with the detail. So, yeah, the I think I give it a 4.5. The top, the top, I'm like, no, just burn it.
Even when you say the number, your eyes are closed. You're like, 4. She's already asleep.
But the pants are okay. The top just needs to go. What happened there?
Wallpaper.
Right? And I don't know.
Yes, it's like in the
And can you imagine a girl with extra boobs?
Oh
yeah.
You was
Wait, Brianna, what did you said? Sound of Music.
Yeah, it's like when she had to make the Von Trapps like out of the curtains, the clothes to go play in. Like,
she did it great.
It's just there's a certain point. She did do a great job.
She did.
There's a certain point where yes, sometimes that was a trend where they use like upholstery as inspiration for a lot of designs. Yeah. FITM actually does that every year, chair designs.
Yeah, but this is like totally uninspired.
Yeah. But that's it. Totally uninspired, so I would give it about a 5.
Kimber, the unconventional
she was so panicked.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
That's okay. I'm sorry.
Kimber, the unconventional challenge was last week. I'm just saying. It looked like wallpaper. It looked like a rug that she just. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Linda. This is the one I literally wrote down. What the hell, Linda?
Oh yeah.
This should have been her saving grace. She's like in her 50s. She looks like she's in her 40s. She looks great. She's a career woman. She has kids. She has a family, and she loves what she does. She talked about how she was a
talk host, no?
Yeah,
or
a TV journalist. She had a local news station position. And did you see her 80s hair?
Yes.
It was so cool. And I was really rooting for her because I feel like on Project Runway, unfortunately, a lot of the older designers get knocked off in the beginning. And I think she has a lot more to offer.
Yeah.
But, she was relying too much on her experience and not enough on innovating. And this should have been, I think it could have worked if she didn't do the cutout and if she did it in a different fabric. The cutout just was crazy to me. Didn't make any sense. I gave this a 2 because that sounds like such a low score, but it was so just a non-event.
What's she holding? I don't even know what is that.
It's her jacket.
Yeah, okay.
It was sorry, I didn't get a picture of her wearing the jacket because I hated it so much. Okay.
Yeah, she actually took the jacket off right as soon as she got on the runway.
The model was like, forget it.
Yeah.
But I think the jacket was a cool idea, but it was horribly executed. She had all the raw little bits, and it didn't look intentional at all. It looked like, when you go to your grandma's house, she has all these drawers of curtains that she hasn't opened in
and the
50
cat
years.
got a hold of them.
Yeah, and they're stained, and that's what it looked like she made it out of.
Oh my god, it's a cat lady outfit.
It is.
But we like cats.
I
Nothing wrong with cats.
I like the idea of like this sheer jacket thing, but somebody teach Linda how to sew a French seam though.
What's a French seam?
It's where you take, like, anytime you have a sheer fabric, you kind of you fold it back in on itself so that you don't have these raw edges.
I thought she did that on purpose.
I know, but it just looked
It
terrible.
looked weird.
You just can't. I mean, if you don't work with like raw edges all the time,
It didn't
it's hard to
make
make
sense
it
on
look
a jacket.
intentional. Yeah, and I mean, you can do it, but you have to
really know what you're
look
doing.
like you're incorporating that into the design, and it didn't look like that. And the knit. I mean, I was shocked by her whole. I think she was just trying to do something fashion and not really thinking like, hey, what would I wear? So I gave it a 3.
Oh, well, I gave it a 2. I'm on Team Mandy. It reminded me of, I had someone I went to primary school with, I don't know if you had primary school, but that's when you were in, grade 5 and grade 6. Kindergarten, yeah. And someone's grandma had a mental breakdown, and she started making her own clothes, and she'd come in all these crazy different outfits every single day. It reminded me of my friend's grandma from kindergarten. Yeah. And it makes me sad, because I felt like Tyra Banks. On America's Next Top Model, when she said to one of the models, "We were all rooting for you. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
This was your week.
This was your week, and she just completely tumbled. I mean, I don't even want to give it any more words because I can't even look at it because it makes me like.
Wait, on top of everything else, what is that hair? The hair is crazy.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
The model hates it. You could tell on her face. She's trying. She gave it her best shot.
She almost looks a bit alien-esque as well, doesn't she? Yeah, with the shoulders and
the white and the shimmery.
Maybe she should have just done the Princess Leia hairstyle.
The only thing that was missing was because that's what else this grandma used to do at my primary school. She used to have really long, like Dracula nails. It kind of looks like the woman, with the longest nails in the world. That's what she would wear. She'd have her nails and she'd be all that.
But she'll snag her knit. It'll be all messed up.
She'll snag her knit.
And the curtain. Don't forget about the curtain.
Oh no.
That's sick.
Okay, Maria.
Just everything about it. 1. I will give it a 1. That's so bad. The color, the fabric, the jacket. Maybe she did it on purpose with the whole. It just looked awful. And I don't know, with the cutout, did she try to be like more like Donna Karen? You know how she does, like nice.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, it didn't work. I was like, no. Go away. Sorry.
Brianna.
Sorry, I wish.
Because the
She
reason
was so disappointed by herself.
The reason that Donna Karen does that is because that's one. She always shows the elbow because you never show weight on the elbow, so it's all intentional. Yeah. So this is just like.
And
it
was
had
so
no direction.
uneven.
There was no reason for the hole besides having a
like
hole.
a little.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just gonna put that in there because I think it looks okay.
I was rooting for her too, though.
I know.
Oh.
We were all rooting for you.
I know. I'm gonna give it a 2. 1 up. Just because I was so impressed by her, a send-off speech, and
Oh yes.
she was like, I thank you for the time here and everything. But anyway, I know I'm not grading her speech. I'll give her a 2 because I really wanted it to be. I don't have words, guys.
Right.
You wanted it to be more.
Everything was boring.
Everything
It left
boring.
you wanting.
It looked
More.
like the leftover bin in Goodwill.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good explanation.
Looks like somebody's shopping at Goodwill. Nothing wrong with shopping at Goodwill.
Hey, I found some great.
Yeah, I like shopping there. I'm just
pieces.
saying, someone that doesn't know what's going on. Okay, Natalia. This was cool. This was a cool young girl. She was like the Lululemon mom. What, young or older? It's like yoga pants, blue and black. She had a little like athletic athleisure top, and then she has this jacket. Now, I think this is pretty cool. I don't know if it's anything innovative. I think people already kind of have this. But it would work for Fabletics, which is their sister website. So maybe she's like, well, just Fabletics. It could be a combo. But I think this was safe for a reason. It just fell into the middle of the pack. I gave it a 7 because it was fitted very well to the model. I think it could work for a lot of body types. People love to wear their yoga pants, but it's just, it's chic, but we've seen it. So I gave it a 7 because I did think she was a cool girl.
I hated it.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, she looks like she's gonna go running, and then she's got like a raincoat on top. And I didn't think it was flattering on anybody. If I put this coat on, I would look like a house in it. I didn't think it was flattering on even barely the model. It was just,
you wouldn't look like a house.
It was so schizophrenic, and the stuff underneath. There was like lots of straps. It looked like Forever 21, and I'm like, I don't know who she is. It's not cute to me. I mean, I gave it a 5 because the leggings were cute, and I thought the construction was good, but these designers are like not thinking about their customer.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan.
Well, I actually gave it a 6, and I actually liked the jacket. Because I kind of thought every type of woman, because it was, the leggings are quite tight, the top's quite tight, but then you've got the jacket, so it's kind of oversized. So you look all skinny, but then it's covering all your little bits hanging out. So I thought she thought it was very wearable, and it's something that any woman could almost wear, because it kind of reminds. I keep doing like personal stories. It reminds me like my mum, going to my sister's like netball game or a basketball game in the mornings, and got the little rain jacket on, and I thought it was very every woman. But as I said, it's just too seen it before. Nothing innovative. Didn't really think outside the box.
Yeah.
So that's why I gave it a 6. But I like the jacket. I think it's good because the leggings are tight, so you can see the legs, and the bottom of the legs, which no one really has fat calves. That part of your body is always quite slim, no matter how much weight you put on. And, that's tight, and you can see a bit of the boobs, and then, you're covering it all. I like it. You can tell it's oversized, so I'm all about the jacket.
Let's mix it up and start with Brianna this time.
Ooh. I give it a 5, just because, as you guys all said, the fit was good, but there wasn't any excitement in it, and it really kind of bothers me that people, especially in Los Angeles, they just rely on their yoga pants, and it's like, you're not even trying, yes, okay, it's appropriate for a netball game.
Yes, a netball game, yes.
But, and I'm not saying, this wouldn't be a great plain outfit. I'm always looking for a good plain outfit because, it's always freezing and it's super comfortable. And, no matter what position you fall asleep in, you're covered.
Yeah.
And smart. Yes.
But I wasn't excited, and it didn't stand out to me, and yeah.
Okay, Maria?
Yeah, I'll give it a 4. The thing that was exciting for me with this outfit was the colors. I love colors, but the jacket and no.
Okay.
No, it was just too like a tent.
Yeah.
Like, I want to cover myself, but I want to look skinny.
Like, you're going out running.
Yeah, I liked it.
It reminds me of like you're going out running, and then it's kind of cold, so you throw your dad's jacket on. It's like too big for you.
Oh, I like the jacket.
It's good for the wilderness, Dan. You can bang it up to a tent. It's a structure.
Yeah, I like it.
Survivor.
She's running wild with Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah is up next. I wrote seen it, worn it, threw it out. Next. So she's got a little floral printed top. She's got a pencil skirt. I mean, this is like check the boxes of what everyday woman wants, but it's so like, Groundhog Day catalog, like Brianna said. It's over and over. We've seen it 100 million times. It's a 2 for the lack of creativity. She sewed it well, but I mean.
Yeah, I gave it a 3. It was like okay, yeah, it fits a everyday woman, and I could see it being sold on every single website and in Target.
Yeah, very Target. Yeah.
It's sellable, but it's boring.
Like zero innovation, and I just like, hello, you're a designer, or are you just a seamstress?
It's not.
Just a seamstress.
Did you see what she was gonna put with it in the workroom? The green shorts. Yes. Oh, thank God she didn't do that.
I know. Maybe it would have been more interesting then.
But I don't trust Sarah with design. I trust her with creating it, like sewing it, but I wouldn't go to her for
Yeah,
I don't think Sarah's going to last too long, to be honest.
Your days are numbered.
She'll be safe until the really bad ones are weed out.
And then,
and then they'll be like, what are you doing? We don't even know who you are.
Why are you here?
Yeah, I mean, I gave it a 3. I just don't even think it's worth my breath. I think it,
It's a
picture speaks 1,000 words, and it's just like blah, blah, blah.
So no words for this picture.
No words. I'm not wasting my precious little voice on this picture's look because it sucks.
Okay, ladies. Who wants to go?
Well, I will give it a 6 because I think it was well done. The top was nice. You know, everything was nice. I can see that everyday woman will buy it, but just like Brianna, it is kind of boring.
Yeah. Snooze fest.
I'm going to give it a 2.3. Just because as it was executed well, you know, she can sew. She's good at what she does in that manner, but it's the same thing. It was so safe, too. She played it so safe, and that's not what's going to get you to win the show.
She tried to not play it safe.
We have 7 designers to talk about still. Can you guys believe it? We got to speed up, I think.
Whoa.
Ma Jing was a Ma Zing. He had
him.
this denim dress, and it was worn by the model that had the short blonde haircut, and she was everything.
I have stars.
I love the model, and I love this dress. It's very chic. It's kind of like Ann Taylor. Yes. It's, you know, but even more modernized, I think. Well, Ann Taylor's doing a good job. Yes, Banana Republic. Everything about it is right. I like the dress. I like the accessories. I like that he did the purse, the matching, because, you know, when you're doing denim, it's nice to have that pop of color. And I think the fit was so cool. Now, is this something that every woman wants to wear? I don't know, but I am all about it. So I gave it a 10.
Whoa!
I thought he was going to be in the top 3. I was wrong about the top 3 this time.
I thought he would be in the top 3 too.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a good contender.
Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting how he used the denim. Like it was kind of a younger twist on this dress, because usually denim I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he did like this tangerine stitching and with the little straps, and it was kind of like, yes, it's a basic dress. A lot of people can wear it, but it's still, he infused this like interesting kind of high fashion look into it, so you can wear this and still feel special. Mm-hmm. And you could wear it to the office, you could wear it on a date, you could wear it like all over the place.
Wear it to a gala.
Yeah.
Well, a gallery.
Yeah.
Gala. I meant to say gallery. God. Misspoke. That's okay.
I gave it an 8, but I think maybe a 9 is better.
Yeah, well, I actually gave it an 8. Again, the only problem I have with all of these designs is they're not thinking about every single woman. I think she looks flawless, but that's not going to fit every single body type. Yeah. One thing I actually really liked is I love the pop of tangerine, because I love that it's giving that edge. That's something special, that's something different. But I really do commend him as well for using denim, because I think I'm not a denim fan. I think it's often hard to use, and I think it's overdone. But I think he really brought a cool new look to denim. But just every woman, I don't think he captured that. But in saying that, I think he captured a large variety of age groups. Yeah. I think if a woman does have that particular figure, I think she could wear that at Jane Fonda's age. Maybe a little bit short, but like really, a large age variety, but just with the shape. Yeah. Not every woman and not every shape could wear that.
Wear it with pants. If you wanted to.
Exactly. You could kind of turn it into a tunic.
Yeah. You could tunic it.
You can tunic it. I would give it about an 8, actually, because I was writing down little stars. That was how I did it. That was my method. And he had 3 stars. I really liked it. I liked how chic she looked. I liked how he used denim, because it could easily transfer to more casual or not. But I kind of disagree, because I feel that that it would fit more body types than you're speaking of, just because of where they would place the belt. Easily you can cinch it where you are smallest, and also it's kind of reminiscent of the wrap dress you were missing.
Oh
there you go.
So, there's that.
Well, I'll give it a 6, because I don't really love anything that denim, like jeans, denim, good. Otherwise, no.
Denim's just on your butt.
Yeah. Yes, on my butt.
That's
it. Not on my boob.
Okay.
Didn't like it.
Cornelius had an attitude, and he kept... By the way, I think there's some manipulation going on from the producers, because he kept walking around the room and asking people the same question, trying to get them to engage with him.
Of course
He's like, so I'm not throwing shade, but...
Right?
And it's like, most of the people were just like, I don't want to get involved. He tried to talk to Natalia. He tried to talk to Aaron. He tried to go around the room talking to the ladies.
It wasn't just talking smack, though. He also thinks like he's really something special.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's going to be like Kanye, you know?
And then he mentions, I just graduated. And I was like, oh, yeah.
That's why.
Well, that's what we said last week. Like, it looks like student work.
All that being said, I thought it was a solid look. It was safe, but I like the skirt more than the jacket top part. I like how it had the houndstooth and the green and white, and then the stripes. I would wear that skirt. I think it could work with a lot of outfits, but does everybody want to wear that? No.
No.
I gave it a higher score than I'm thinking now. I actually wrote a 9, but now I'm looking at it and I think it's a 7. But when it first came out, I was like 9 because it looked so different
fit the model
from
very well too.
Yeah, he really created it for her, but I don't know if it's for everyone.
Yeah, so this came out and I was like, my eyes!
It's nuclear!
I don't like it. Like, I understand pattern mixing, and this doesn't work whatsoever. And on the top, there's like weird seams that aren't flattering at all. The hairstyle is weird.
I like the hairstyle.
Not with this.
We're opposite today, Michelle and I.
Not with this. The hairstyle's fine, but not with this outfit.
Okay.
I just hated everything about it. I loved the black and white fabric, and what he was doing originally was cool, but no, I gave it a 2.
Okay, Dan.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. I gave it a 4.5. I originally really liked the way he was going with the top, and I thought vertical lines, understanding every woman, it's going to be great, it's going to be more flowing. But then, as you said, first of all, it is really hard to mix patterns, and when it's done correctly, there's nothing better. But once again, the every woman doesn't. I just don't think it's a safe thing to do for the every woman is to mix patterns, and it's something that's not commercial, and those patterns don't even go together. They don't go, and it doesn't make sense. But
I'm weird because I like it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Yeah, I don't like it, and I just what I have a hard time with him particularly is. I think if a money box is full and you shake it, it doesn't make a lot of noise. But if there's a few coins in there and you shake it, it tends to make a lot of noise. And that's what I kind of look at him as a designer. I don't think he's the most talented, but because he's just got a little ounce of talent, he's trying to, make it seem bigger than what it is. And I think he's insecure by that. But money box is full and you shake it, doesn't make noise. Got a few coins.
That phrase.
Me too. Thank you for saying that.
Makes a lot of noise. So
You should really spend more time working and less talking.
Let your work speak for itself because you don't have to say anything. If it's brilliant, it's brilliant. So I really want him to go home. I don't like his attitude.
Yeah. I gave it a 6. I mean, it looked great on the model and mixing the pattern. I love that and the color green and but everyday woman.
No, they wouldn't do it.
Too short. No. So give it a 6.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it a pass just because I do like that whole clash trend that happened with the mixing different patterns, but I don't think he did it very well. And as we all said, I don't think every woman's going to be brave enough to do that, and they're going to look at that and go,
It also hits her body right at the hip area where it changes patterns. I'm just noticing that now. So next we have Tasha. Oh wait, sorry, skip ahead. I took 2 pictures. Okay, Tasha. She had the cool girl. She had this t-shirt skirt with this overlay
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Did it have different cutouts?
It did.
I really liked that.
It was cool, but it's kind of not for the Just Fab people, but it's edgy and it's right for somebody like me. That was the one thing that came down. I was like, I would wear that every single day, all day long. I gave it a 7.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it too, but I don't like the midriff peak again. Okay, and the silhouette's cool, but again, not for all body types. I think the skirt part was the coolest because you can see the little mesh kind of waving in the wind. I gave it a 6.
Okay, Dan.
I gave it a 6.5, but I'm just gonna try and power through these ones. I think as I've continually said this whole challenge, that it's just no one embodied the everyday woman. I think what happened is because they only had the one day, is they didn't have time to think about, okay, who am I designing for? I think they just had to kind of jump into it and hope for the best because they literally didn't have the time. So that's where I am going to throw them a bone. But all the looks, in my opinion, this week, most of them, they didn't seem thought out and they didn't think about their client and who they were designing for. They just kind of had to jump into it and hope for the best. Great look, but it doesn't serve the purpose or the challenge.
If I'm thinking of the right look, because I can't really see the photo.
It's the girl with the hoodie.
And it had
not hoodie, I'm sorry.
It had
beanie,
a little peek out with the sheer and the midriff. That peek out midriff, no, it hadn't decided. That would look like an accident. And and if it was on the back, it would be showing her butt crack. So I'm giving it a 3.
Okay.
I didn't like it at all.
Guys, I don't even remember this outfit.
I
can't even.
It was not very memorable.
So she just kind of slid through the crack.
The butt crack. Okay, Brick is next, and gosh, it's like he had the same silhouette of pants last week and this week. Last week it had glitter on it. This week it was terrible knit print. This was like kind of, if the pants were more fitted in a different fabric, I could maybe see it working for like an office thing, but the fabric was so bad. The jacket should have been more closed up in the front too. Like they were looking at it closer and they lifted it up and it was like, oh, there's her stomach. Yeah. Like what is happening with the stomach fascination? I don't know, but this is like a 3 because I could see where he was going, but I don't think anyone would really order it. No one would really want to buy it.
I gave it a 3 too.
Oh, we're finally matching.
Yeah. Brick, I feel so bad for Brick because I feel like he's really trying and he's just like, oh. The jacket was cool, but I've seen it before and it was totally the wrong fabric to choose out of this. And then her hair was covering all the detail that was on the jacket. The jacket would have been fine and just, I don't know, a different color or something. And the pants were horrible.
Ugh.
They didn't fit right. The fabric, the print, everything about them were horrible.
Bad news.
So, yeah.
Okay, Dan.
3 as well. I love that we all agreed just then. 3. The only thing I liked about it was her hair. I was like, every woman should have that hair. I love that hair.
Oh, yeah.
But that's all I had to do. And I just, I thought 2 people should have gone home this week because I thought it was such a, a weak week.
Me too.
And I thought we've got so many looks, but I thought, 2 should have definitely gone. And I thought this perhaps could have been one of them that could have gone.
I really wish they would have sent him home instead of Linda because I think we should have given her another chance.
Right? Yeah. But Heidi was on a mission to get Linda home. She was like, oh no, I don't like it.
But which one was worse today?
Yeah, she was really harping on it. I don't know. That's what I noticed.
Yeah.
But
maybe because Cornelius and Brick were like butting heads, so that's more interesting for the storyline.
Oh, probably.
Because I think Heidi just has like a little bit different point of view, and she always kind of pushes her. She's like, "No, this is amazing. Everybody needs to agree with me."
Yeah. I have to say that Heidi's like. She's had some pretty. I keep swearing. I'm just gonna say she's had some pretty big fuck ups as a on the red carpet as far as fashion.
Last year there was that Versace gown.
Yeah,
that was horrible.
It was the yellow gown a couple years ago.
She really doesn't get it right every time. Like I'm always a bit nervous, when she's on a red carpet.
No, but at least she's adventurous.
She's adventurous. She tries. Yeah. She pushes herself out the box. But yeah.
We would give Brick. Can we say 3?
Sure, I was gonna do 1, but 3.
So we'll do 2.
3 for me because I actually really love kind of like the material for pants, but not how he did it. And he should have broken up the large crotch expanse. It was an expansive crotch. If it had a black placket of sorts, maybe kind of like a band bandeau or obi kind of feeling.
An obi belt,
yeah, that would break it up, and then maybe some like details on the pocket in black as well, like some lining. Then you would see where her waist starts and ends, her butt, everything, because it just was an expanse.
Yeah,
I just didn't understand the outfit at all. The jacket and the mix. I don't know. No, go 1.
You're 1.
So we want to have time to talk to you girls about what you're doing. So we only have 3 more designers. So let's kind of bang through the rest. Okay. So we have Dexter, and it was too heavy. It was kind of hip, but it was more like a tent. It was not very flattering. I gave it a 4. Michelle?
I gave it a 1. It's like an even worse raincoat.
Okay, Dan.
2, I love the overcoat. I love an oversized raincoat. Do you know, I'm looking back and I said, I can't believe I defended leggings. I totally take that back in yoga pants. I'm like, I can't believe me out of everyone defended them, so I'm going to take that back. But I love an oversized raincoat because sometimes you just want to hide everything. But this is just oversized raincoat, overkill, shall we say. Yeah, too much, too big.
For me, I gave it a 1 because it was like, okay, here's some material. I'll put some seams in it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shapeless.
Yeah, exactly. 1.
Okay, Roberi. We have this. I thought this would have been in the top also. When she came out, the way that the fabric worked together with the skirt, with the top, I thought it was one of the top contenders. I thought it was great for just fab. It's right for a lot of women. I actually gave this one a 10.
Ooh.
Wow.
I thought it was very smart. It was like a smart business White House black market look. Yeah.
Okay, I gave it a 3.
Okay.
I don't like it at all. It looks weird, matronly. The proportions together for me don't work. The fabrics together don't work. It just looks old. It's like lace with this old print.
I like that a lot.
I'm not digging it. And then it looks.
Maybe the judges disagreed so much that he wound up safe. That's
I like Roberi. I want him to do well, but I feel like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Okay, and I love his
I
accent.
gave it a 6 actually. So it's funny. I just thought it was very Oh god, I keep doing the personal references, but it reminds me of where I grew up. A small hometown, the stylist for the Westfield where I grew up, and she's had to style with all the things, you know, for the everyday look. That's, you know, that's her. She thinks she's a fashionista. She styled the everyday woman, and, you know, there's only 12 stores at my Westfield because it's crap. And this is what we've produced. So, 6.
Okay.
I'll give it a 6. I thought it was, you know, safe, but a little bit, with the jacket, it was a little bit more high fashion. So maybe everyday woman, maybe not, but... You know,
I give it a 5.5 just because I feel like it would fit most body types, and so on that level it would, you know, be good for everyday women, but at the same time it was actually pretty safe.
Yeah.
Now we have Erin, and Erin was like a showstopper. She won the last week's challenge with her yellow dress. This is such the future of the everyday woman. This is everyday woman in 2025.
Yes.
Smooth, sleek, stylish. Maybe not just fab, because maybe it would have been like more expensive to produce it.
It's more of a Zara
but
thing.
But I gave her an 8 because maybe it's not exactly right for the website, but it's right for a lot of women.
I gave it a 7. I think it's awesome. I wish that she would have done the little waist thing on the runway so the judges could... I mean, I liked it a lot better with the waist thing.
Yeah.
I don't think this is everyday women. I think the colors mixed together, everyday women don't get that. They don't get neoprene. It's not easy to wear, but it's awesome, and at least it had color. I think it's the only thing that had color on the runway, so...
Yeah, I mean, that's why I really like it, but it's not the everyday woman again, which is why I had a problem with it, and I thought they should have had a waistband option as well, because, you know, so every woman can cinch it in, or you can have it baggy.
Yeah.
But I actually thought the fit, and if it did have the waistband, would be quite good for every woman. But it just needed that waistband option because it's, you know, all different shapes and sizes, and, you know, women want to wear it different ways. So I thought with the waistband option, it could have actually been the most... the shape could have been the best for every woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gave her an 8 just because I loved it, because she placed something that together that you don't usually, and that's what I like doing with my own styling. Like, I like putting feminine aspects into a more masculine outfit. She did that with sparkles and the neoprene, which is a more sporty fabric. But I gave the model a 4 because she should have suggested that she start with it snapped closed, and then she gets to the end, unsnap, you don't fiddle with it because it's already closed, and then bam, you show the versatility of the outfit. So modeling mad at you for not representing.
Yeah. I will give it a 6. I don't really like the fabric, but I like the sparkles.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, and it was pop the collar, great. But
So
everyday woman, sorry, go.
Sorry. It's okay. The winner is Lawrence this week. Yay. And Linda is out. So I was kind of shocked. I thought Brick was going to be out. But we have our guest. Thank you for contributing to our runway rundown and everything. Yay. So we have Maria and Brianna from Two Models Do. Now, for people that don't know about Two Models Do, tell them what it is.
Well, it's about two models do and what they're do. No,
what they do. She's from the Swedenland. Two Models Do is a YouTube channel that we run, and basically,
want to tell people that what models
actually do. And so we're constantly being told, like, oh, models don't eat. Models don't do that. Models don't do that. And we're like,
no, models actually do.
Yes.
So we wanted to show, you know, the more friendly, approachable side. Like, we're not just these resting bitch face, you know. Am I allowed to swear? I guess we're on the internet.
Yeah,
so it's okay. But yeah, and so we go on adventures. We explore different cuisines. We did Best Burgers in LA.
Yeah, we also have Sippy Sundays.
Sippy Sundays, which is a playlist that we have.
Well, cocktails,
themed cocktails.
So how did you think of the idea?
The Two Models Do, or
the Two Models Do in general? Like, did you just?
Well, Brianna actually started with an idea. She had an idea about
a while back.
And
it was basically kind of the concept that I just spoke about, that I wanted to show the world, like, what models actually do. But it also gives us a creative outlet to actually, you know, speak, because models don't speak. Models do speak.
Yes, we do.
And there's two of us. So Two Models Do.
So what can people look for now with Two Models Do? What's coming next?
Well, I think next, basically, we try to post every Thursday, and then we also try to post every Sunday on Sippy Sundays. Ooh. So you can look for different cocktail recipes, themed cocktails, if you're kind of just bored of the regular old aperitif. We actually did this amazing cocktail, Coco Chanel.
So good, you guys!
basically, I can remember all the ingredients. It was so good. Lillet Blanc, vodka, champagne, and then something else. But what was cool is that, which was hilarious, because the reason why it's themed after Coco Chanel is that you spray Chanel No. 5 on a sprig of mint. And then you place it as a garnish on the drink, and you're thinking, that's gonna like taste soapy, isn't it? No.
Smells so good.
Like a culinary adventure. But drinks like a mixologist kind of would do that.
I love it.
And it was delicious, and so it was fashion oriented, and it was just done very well.
Yeah.
We were just like, we don't want this episode to end.
No, let's keep going.
But besides new and upcoming episodes that we do on the channel, we are also in talks for kind of a
more of a
travel reality hybrid.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can't really talk about.
We can't really talk
about
about
it.
it.
Okay.
But
Kind of like if Anthony Bourdain was two blonde chicks and that liked to shop.
Yeah.
Such a good idea.
Right?
Now, Maria.
Yeah.
You have a couple of films in the works. So
Well,
can you tell us about that?
Well, okay, so I love horror movies. I love watching them. I get really scared watching them.
I wish you had the clip for them to show. Maybe
well,
you
I
could
show it after because I have it. It's kind of funny. Maria watches scary movies. Anyways, so I booked a short film, a horror movie, where I get killed and become a ghost and come back and haunt.
Oh.
And then I don't know. I'm on a horror movie streak. I don't know. I booked another feature film where I'm gonna, it's a horror movie shoots up in Idlewild.
Ooh.
In October, so I'm gonna get into like the Halloween
vibe early.
Yeah,
Yes.
She's not all smiles, guys.
No, it's gonna be
Ooh, that was creepy.
Yeah, and now I'm like, because my friend I talked to, he was like, "Have you seen the movie Snuff? Do you know what
Snuff?
that is?"
Yeah.
No. Anyways, there was a movie from 1975, a scary movie where they think they actually killed the girl on set for real.
Oh
So I'm like,
God.
are they gonna do that to me? I'm like, now I'm getting like scared.
Oh my God. I have not heard about Snuff.
Okay, don't watch it.
I'm glad that you didn't tell me that before. I just recently filmed in New York a feature film as well where I get strangled to death.
Wow.
in the movie.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
What's up with all this?
What was that
good.
movie?
It's called The Last Supper, and it's about two kind of old hitmen that are retired, and they go to this kind of mafioso Italian restaurant, and lo and behold, one of the hitmen was hired to hit the other guy, and so then it's flashbacks throughout the entire film up to the previous hits, and I was the first hit.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Okay.
I don't want to tell too much, but anyway.
Yeah.
And lastly, Brianna, tell us about Mohawk Girls.
Okay, I was actually throughout the entire summer, I was back home in Canada filming because there was a lot of production going on up there. And Mohawk Girls was one of the projects that I did and film on. It was only one episode, but it's really neat and interesting, and I think groundbreaking because it was on the Native Indian Network, which is
that's
APTN. Because in Canada we have that.
APTN.
APTN, and it's not huge yet. It is in Canada, but anyway, and it's basically Mohawk Girls is like if Ugly Betty and Sex and the City had a baby, but they were Native Indian.
Ooh. Sounds good. Good
And,
combination.
like, and we got to film on the reserve. I'd never been on a reserve. All the crew was actual Mohawk. It was just fascinating to kind of be a little fly on the wall and see what their everyday life's like.
So is Mohawk a tribe?
Yes.
I didn't even know that. I thought it was just
hair.
No,
I was
Mohawk
like,
is
Mohawk.
a tribe. That's where it comes from. 'Cause
I used to
that's
have
where
a Mohawk.
style
I
comes
did.
from?
Mohawk, yeah.
Ah.
I believe so. Maybe
That's
I'm wrong.
news to me. No,
I did
that's
play
probably...
the evil white girl though, so can you trust me? I don't know.
Well, tell everybody where they can find you on your own social media and Two Models Do.
Okay, should we start with Two Models Do?
Yeah,
There's-
just type
well,
in twomodelsdo.com
and go
it'll
straight to YouTube. And then also on Instagram, we're Two Models Do. On Twitter, we are Models Do. I couldn't change the name because we started out Models Do. And my name, my Instagram and Twitter is Maria_Granberg.
And mine on Twitter is L-E Brianna Barnes, and Instagram is the Brianna Barnes. Bilingual.
Well, we're going to be looking you up, and I can't wait to see what's next. And what about you, Dan?
Yes, you can find me on the Twitter on the tweet at Dan Babic with an underscore, and find me on the Instagram at Dan Babic.
Michelle?
And you can find me at
Instagram
and Twitter at Uberreste.
Okay, and you can find me, Amanda Fields, on the Runway, The Runway Queen on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Two Models Do. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
We're going to have a walk-off. Let's have a walk-off.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.